After the show, it's the after party. Jay-Z, hot from the studio. We're talking Invicta.
Yeah.
Welcome to this online live. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. Already on YouTube, we have Vic who's tuned in. What's up? Hope you're enjoying so far. The show, we're going to get into 4 Invictas. My name is Fatima. I'm a Shop HQ host. This is Justin Zimmer, if you don't yet know. How was your show with Lynn?
It was fun, super fun. I haven't worked with Lynn in quite some time, I feel, so it was fun.
You're not usually up in the daytime. You're a vampire. You're usually on at
As
night.
you could tell, I'm pale all the time, and I'm usually, I don't see the sun.
You will, though, in 21.
Actually, no, I won't.
What do you mean?
Because I'll be on at night, too.
Oh, on the cruise.
I'm like in the middle of the ocean at night with the calming waves. So, no, I will. Of course, I'll be out during the daytime. I'm just joking. But yeah.
Yeah, the Invicta Cruise. If you are going, comment. What are you excited about doing and seeing? Who do you want to meet on the cruise? I'll be there, so I can't wait to meet you. It is going to be the ocean voyage on the 27th through the 2nd of March. It's an extra day this year, so we're going.
We actually start on land like 5 days before. So we actually have like a ton of shows from the pavilion, from the Invicta Marine Pavilion, before we even get onto the ship.
True that.
So that'll be fun.
True that.
Excited.
Now, but the only shows people can come to see are the customers. Can be
like on the
cruise.
ship, if you're on the ship.
Yeah, if you're on
that's
the
true.
cruise.
You can see how this magic happens.
Magic is one word. Who else is watching? Bruce. Hi, Bruce. Hey, Kath. What's up? Kathy and I literally just went skiing like 30 minutes ago.
Oh,
cross country.
Really? Well, that's healthy, though.
It was fun. Like, I had to make sure the makeup didn't come off, though. Bruce. So Adam is watching on YouTube. What's up, Adam? All right. Let's talk first. Yeah, I guess.
Start the show?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to. I mean, we can do whatever we want. It's our time, right?
I just like chit-chatting with everybody.
You want to see the post that I made today? I think that's what Kathy was talking about. She's talking about
Little baby B.
B was in here. This is my Instagram post from earlier. She was helping. I had to help her today at work.
Aww.
Yeah. So I was just kind of going through the show, and
she's giving some feedback about what watches she likes.
She's telling me what she likes, what she doesn't like. But all right, let's start the show.
It's always time for a baby picture. It's always time.
Right.
Speaking of time, that's good, right? The Lagarto, $39.99. I just can't get over the values we have. And let me show you the 2 colors. Either champagne dial on the left
fancy.
or the green. Popping bottles, popping bubbly. And then this is all leather. So Justin, all leather. It was $129. We're down to $39.99.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys able to bring in such high quality materials at this price?
I mean, it shouldn't be happening. I mean, what's really cool with the Lagarto, I mean, the first thing we should talk about is $39.99. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's a $129 watch. For $39.99, watches you would find out at the mall would be plastic throwaway watches. I mean, for $39.99, you would expect to get a watch if you'd wear it a month and it would break and just throw it away, you'd be feeling good. This is done in premium steel and genuine leather, but because it's a Lagarto, you have the additional leather on the back. Now, this was originally kind of done with pilot-style watches, because back in the day with airplanes, they didn't have the climate control. So when you were flying up a little higher in altitude, it was very cold, and you didn't want like steel touching your wrist and things like that. So that's really where it kind of started. So it's actually going to be extremely comfortable. If you want to, you could take that extra piece off if you really don't want that. But this is how I would prefer to wear this timepiece. And when we talk about iForce, it's military inspired, goes really far back. But look at all of that genuine leather. When you get the contrast stitching on this, that is a really cool look.
For $6 on a value pay.
Oh, you can't go wrong.
What? Mm-hmm. Hey, Richard. Richard is joining us on Facebook. And who else is on here? Vic and Ephraim and Mel are on YouTube. It's so fun to chat with you guys. Ooh, Vic says $39.99. I'm grabbing this.
Right? I mean, it's a steal for sure. Some other stuff that you're getting into, that impact-resistant mineral crystal on this. You do have tritnite on the hand, so it'll glow very bright during low-light situations. You have a quality Citizen Miyota movement on the inside. Now, when we talk about quartz movements, that means there's a battery on the inside. There's some huge advantages there. That means precision, ease of use. You never have to worry about maintenance. You're just setting the date, you're setting the time, and you're wearing and enjoying this watch. Man, that feels awesome.
It does, right?
Doesn't that look cool? I should get this.
The crazy thing about the leather for $39.99. Oh wait, did we move on? No, we're still on the Legato. $39.99. It's $675,792. I think we have the graphic for the next piece where we just keep.
This is a sneak peek.
We were going and going and didn't realize we were supposed to move to the next watch.
2 minutes.
Oh no, we're back to Legato.
Okay.
But it's so supple. You know, when you think about, like you said, that price point of $39.99, if you did get genuine leather out in retail, it might be inferior quality that would crack and wouldn't, like right away, that buckle would start digging in and making indentations. This is thick, it's beefy, it feels broken
It's
in.
real. You know, that's what you were talking about. And that's true because, you know, at a retail for this price, you have options. I mean, so many options. You have, you know what's crazy? At $39, you get into those cubes that you can rotate and you can pick watches off of it, right? I don't know what they're called, but they're like the stands. And, you know, when you'd find straps on those, it'll be like layers of plastic glued together. And that's why, like, very, very quickly after you're wearing it, it starts to peel away, right? It starts to peel away because it's not the real deal. Here you're into genuine leather, high quality. I mean, you couldn't replace the leather alone for $39.99 just to demonstrate the value here.
That's right. Here's the green. Then we have the champagne dial. By the way, BT Dubs, you got to be quick. With everybody who's watching us on YouTube and Facebook, if everyone ordered one, we'd be sold out. I mean, literally.
It's very limited at this point.
So limited. I like the champagne.
Wait, we got to do this real quick.
Tell me.
Vic's watching. I gotta fix the watch for him. Hold on. There you go, Vic. That better?
Why?
Is that
Why do you have to change the date for Vic?
Vic likes it when the date's correct.
But that isn't correct.
I know it's not correct. That's for you, Vic.
I don't get it.
It's only done. It's done with love.
So we're ribbing Vic a little.
That's it. And the date is correct. Nice.
Charlie says Invicta is
Not
good
funny.
stuff. Hey, Vic, are you going on the cruise? I'm not sure. Who's going on
everybody
the
should let us know who's all going.
Vic says he's not going to go crazy like last year, though. Vic, I get it. Just yesterday, you know, I had a Just for Her Invicta show.
Oh, cool.
You guys, everything was under $100. I scooped a Bolt at $39.99. I was so excited about it. It was all black and gold. It was hot. And this is the time where you want to stock up and think about, what are you wearing on the cruise?
Sure.
What are you going to be showing off on that welcome party? Everyone wears white. Everyone's looking at your wrist, checking things out. Well, if this were the watch you chose to wear on that welcome party, you'd be getting noticed. People will be asking about this. It's a tinted crystal, Coalition Forces, titanium. We have very, very few options in titanium, so take note. This is 76% off. But Justin, the first thing you notice is obviously that tinted crystal, super playful.
So you have really a specialty piece here. So not just the upgraded material. Pretty much any time you get into something other than the stainless steel, you're getting into more of an expensive build. You know, we flirted with tungsten years ago, which I wish we would bring some of that back. Of course, ceramic is something you see from time to time with the watches, but also titanium, which if you want a premium metal watch, but you want something lighter, titanium is hands down the way to go because it's about half the weight of stainless steel, but it's stronger than stainless steel. So typically when you get into a watch made with titanium, it's very expensive just because simply of what I told you. It's harder to build because of the, you know, the positive attributes of titanium. But now it's mixing that, which is more of a specialty design, with that tinted crystal. So what we've done is we've lasered the underside of the crystal. So as you move it, you'll see sometimes it turns like a blue tint and a red, and there's a yellow, and it's some of the most cool kind of crystals that we've ever done here on this watch. So everything together should not be $138.99.
I love the architecture and engineering. Look at that chronograph movement, the way it snaps back. The function pushers, everything's titanium. even the unidirectional rotating bezel, which might seem like a small thing, but isn't it harder to do these smaller parts and pieces and components in titanium because the material is so durable?
Yeah, I mean, so typically, even when you get into titanium watches, I believe we're almost 100% titanium here. I mean, you know, a lot of times when you get into watches, you know, you only see components done that way, like maybe, you know, like the center link down the bezel or something like that. And it's just to get that titanium name in the name, you know, so you could call it stainless steel and titanium because titanium's highly sought after. But here you got, look at, even the clasp is done with titanium. I mean, this is a huge upgrade. Now let's talk about movements real quick. Now that's what's powering this one. It's actually a Swiss parts variation of the Ronda Extratech Z60. So it's a day-date complication. And it's a chronograph. Now when we talk about a chronograph, that means it's an analog stopwatch, and it's done in such a really cool way because you have the pedal style function pushers. So it's not just titanium again, we take the design even further with how this is actually operating. Pedal style function pushers I love, not just because of the look, but also because it gives you a little bit more of a kind of a responsive feel, like when you hit it, you know you started that chronograph or resetting that.
You got to model that.
Sure.
It's so cool. What is this? Oh, that's the pedal style. I thought there was a third lever there. So cool. This is down to just $138. $138.99. We don't do a lot of all titanium pieces from Invicta at $138, so that's 76% off. Big deal. Looks like we're down to single digits. I mean, this will be one of those more rare builds that you see.
100%. Yep, spot on with that. Not just because of the design. By the way, it's not like we had taken an already existing style and then redid that in titanium. This was a new, complete redesign of the Coalition Forces and in titanium. So it's like that double unique piece like we were talking about.
Have you ever seen, like, been in the room with a design team and seen how they come up with these designs, how it all comes together?
You know, I every once in a while I email production facilities to find out kind of inspiration of things or how they're actually building things. I haven't really shown anything on air for quite some time. The last time was actually when we produced the all carbon watch, the carbon fiber watch, where it was starting with like the blocks of carbon fiber together, and then
different color.
So, yeah, I should get into that a little bit more. Maybe we can get some pictures. You guys let us know what you'd be interested in seeing. I mean, I don't think like case manufacturing would be that exciting, but like when you start thinking like maybe meteorite dials, like producing meteorite dials or something like that. That's interesting.
I want to see the drawings, like
the actual.
Yeah, when there's a team sitting around, maybe it's just one person. I don't know.
It's Steve, Invicta Steve. He does all the drawings.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I can't see his last name because then.
One person comes up with over 4,000 styles a year?
No, I just made that up. I don't know. I don't even know why I said Steve. That just popped into my head. No, there's a bunch of designers, that were. You know, I think there was one of the designers was either on the ship during one of our cruises, or if he wasn't, I know they had a video of one of them on the big screen, like on the jumbo thing, and it was playing throughout the cruise. And he was talking about stuff.
That's awesome.
So maybe this year we could meet some.
I think
I'm not sure.
Richard wants to see tungsten watches back in the lineup with Swiss automatics.
So, you know, tungsten I love, and I mentioned that. Now, tungsten's like on the other end of the spectrum from titanium. It's like heavier than stainless steel. It's very dense and heavy, but then it's highly scratch resistant because of that. It's super fun. So
it stays glossy and gorgeous.
Yep.
All right, you get that for a value paid $23 and change. I predict that's going to be sold out. Who's watching Get Rich? Watching Morning All, late but here, better late than never. Adam, Mel, Vic, Charlie, Bruce, Richard. Thank you guys. We have so much fun hanging out with you. We have just a couple more pieces. This is called the After Party because, of course, Jay-Z was just on our main channel, Shop HQ, with Lynn. What was in your show? What was your theme?
You know, we had a lot of women's pieces as well. You know, we actually, if you're watching, we had a very similar watch to this in silver tone, and it was $99.
Okay.
So this one is $87. Same watch, $87, and it's done in a rich rose tone.
Ooh, this is gorgeous. Pretty.
So
ladies,
technically, ladies, if you were watching the program earlier, this one's even a crazier value, basically 80% off on this one.
It really pays to shop these YouTube shows because oftentimes, we don't air the same watches on air at the main network, Shop HQ. As we do on YouTube. So you're going to see things that maybe you haven't seen in a while, maybe from the previous day's shows, but never really back to back. So this is a pretty sweet deal. I can't believe this is a bolt on a bracelet.
Yeah.
For $87.99. When's
It's
the last
really
time
cool.
you've seen that?
So this is really throwing it back to, so this is a generation 1. So this
Love
would have
this.
been, from the origins of the Bolt series. The Bolt design, which is the cable design that you see, has really grown into one of our top collections. I mean, you're going to see this. Probably every show that we have on Shop HQ has a watch with that cable on it, which is the Bolt design. But this is a generation 1, so this is that rare opportunity to go back into our catalog from the origins of that design, but it's still that smaller case design at 40 millimeters. So I would say this was made for her. I guess, guys, if you love a really classic look, you could get into this. That's not a problem whatsoever, but it was engineered for the women at 40 millimeters.
Paul is joining us. Paul V, what's going on? Hello, he's on
Also
YouTube.
Pamela and Brenny B50.
Ooh, Pamela's coming on the cruise. Yes, Pamela, can't wait to see you on the ship. She says, I hope Kendi and Ryan are okay from last night. Did you see that?
We did a play-by-play on the show last hour with that. Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, this is what you need to do. Go on to, did Ryan post it too, or just Kendi?
I'm not sure. We just showed it live on TV. They played it. I'm not sure where it was posted.
Instagram. Follow Kendi TV host. She posted a blooper from last night's live show. I was laughing so hard, and I was watching it this morning having breakfast with my 4-year-old, Enzo, and he goes, play it again, Mommy, play it again. Like he wanted to see it over and over. It's so funny. It was a blooper that, and they're okay. They're okay.
Are you trying to play it? Are we gonna play it?
I don't see it yet.
Oh, it's on Instagram. It's on Kendi's Instagram, but it'll be on there. You might be lucky. We might find a clip. Ryan, he's the man. He's our producer behind the scenes. But this to me is, if someone is used to wearing like a 40 millimeter Pro Diver all the time, that's their go-to. It's a classic design. It's been done, as far as, what would you call that, like casual luxury. This is a collector piece. So if you have mainly stuck in a safe lane and done your Pro Divers or Grand Divers, ladies, get outside the box, get a collector piece. Because I think when you talk about stepping into the Bolt series, Justin, everybody recognizes this instantaneously as an Invicta.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that on this watch. Another thing you're stepping into is a true dive instrument. So ladies, if you are going on the cruise and you want to jump into the water, you can hang out by the pool, by the beach, and we're able to get off the ship a couple of times as well. By the way, we're going to a private island this year. You could wear this one and look gorgeous doing it, because rose tone all day long upgrades your wrist game. But another thing is, if you never get this watch around water, it's just peace of mind. It's peace of mind. You don't have to worry about that. So the style's there, the design's there, the quality is there, and the price is absolutely there. And by the way, I think if you go to shophq.com and look this item up, it's actually going to be a special online live price. And that's temporary. So you're going to see online live special. That's a temporary price that you see.
I might need this.
It's a gorgeous build.
I just ordered a bolt on a leather strap last night, and now this bolt on a bracelet is, I think it's like $15 more. I mean, it's crazy. That is beautiful. It's a wonderful build. You have the chronograph upgrade, the fold-over clasp, all drenched in rose tone. It's just lovely.
We do have a question. Pamela is asking, hey Justin, is there going to be a new Ocean Voyager for the 2020 cruise? Are you talking about the watches, the Ocean Voyage watches? Because yes, there are going to be some new limited edition Ocean Voyage timepieces. If I'm not answering that question correctly, if you meant something else, just let me know. But there's a bunch of new styles. I'm not sure if they're going to be available though before we leave. I think last year we did that, but I'm not sure if they're going to be available before or on the ship. And another thing I really want to talk about real quick, there's a lot of people that message me and they say, you know what, I love the cruise and I'd like to get into those watches, but I'm not going on the cruise. When we're broadcasting live from the ship, anybody can order those watches.
Yeah.
It's just like now, where you go to shophq.com and you can order it and we ship it to your home. You don't have to be on the cruise to get the values. Although if you're on the cruise, we do sometimes open it up a little early to people on the cruise, and we do have some pieces there that they can wear right away, or they get to order it first, so they sell out first. So there are some advantages to being on the ship, but primarily it's just the same way. We're just different location. Does that make sense?
Good clarification.
A few people have asked me that. They're like, I'd love to get into those watches on the Ocean Voyage, but I'm not going on the cruise. And I'm like, well, we don't really bring the watches with us. I guess. Some
Yeah.
people, I guess, because there's Invicta stores on the ship too.
But there are watches you can try on.
Yeah.
So if you do go
Every
on
day
the-
we do that too.
Yeah, there's kind of like a display where we bring some of the watches that are going to be featured.
They're the samples that we have on air, basically, yeah.
So you can literally try them on, see how they fit. This piece, all done in that kind of beautiful gunmetal tone with rose tone. It's called rose tone black. It has carbon fiber on the dial. I love when you guys use exotic materials. It just makes it look so custom.
Absolutely. You know what you're looking at right now? It's probably one of the most breathtaking Grand Diver combos we've ever done. So it's rose tone with gunmetal, which is absolutely throwing that back to the origins of reserve. You know, we start talking about reserve line, stuff like that. Adding the carbon fiber on the dial, it's that larger weave. This is something we would have been utilizing years ago too. So it's really a bring back of some really cool colors and materials. But if you want the most solid watch that we build, solid watch, compared also with value. I mean, you cannot beat a Grand Diver at this price, right? I mean, this is a watch that you're going to get on your wrist and you're going to wear it every single day, and it's going to stand up to the test of time. This is also the only watch that we've had during our YouTube show, or I should say our online live show, because I think we're on Facebook too, that features an NH caliber 35A or any mechanical automatic. So on the inside, there's no battery. There's what's called a mechanical automatic. So that's a precision engineered machine. You are wearing a machine on your wrist that is keeping the accurate time. Basically how this works is as you're wearing this, just the movement of your wrist will spin that rotor, which automatically winds up a mainspring. Think about it this way. A battery stores the power in a quartz watch. The mainspring is storing the power in this watch. And then it's regulated, it regulates all of that energy and drives the mechanics of the watch. It's extremely cool. And it's built to the deepest depth rating that we've seen so far during the show. That's 1,000 feet of water resistance on this one.
For $99.
Right? And it looks gorgeous.
$99.
Rose tone
Yeah.
with gunmetal is one of the hottest color combos you could ever get on a watch, hands down.
Yep, and this is the one to get $16.99. I believe $16.67 on value pay, but there are only 3 dozen left. That's it. We selected the items that we're going to do for the online live shows, and Vic is voting for more online live shows. So Vic, we're going to
It is something we used to do quite often, and
Yeah.
then kind of Bulldog turned into what this used to be. And then we kind of stopped doing this, but I noticed we're kind of getting back into it.
Oh, we will be getting back. And you know who's doing all the online live shows when we are on the ocean voyage? Todd Newton.
T-O-double-D Newton.
So if you've been missing yourself
Two
from Todd,
Ds.
I remember last year he couldn't make it to the ocean voyage. He was doing his fancy hosting gig.
Well, if it's one thing I know about Todd, those are going to be some interesting shows.
Yes.
We talk about
Yes, they will.
being in the bushes. He's going to be way deep in the bushes on the ship, and probably so deep that he will get himself in trouble, which equals
Which will be fun.
a fun time. You got
Very
it.
good to
I
see.
hope I can be a part of those shows.
But remember when we had the Where's Todd tattoos and the Where's
Yeah.
Todd little face masks?
That was
we all
last
wore?
year. That's pretty cool.
Because he couldn't make it. Todd Newton is a specialty Invicta host here at Shop HQ.
He's the host with the most. It's trademarked. You can't use it.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. Not.
He's the host with the most. It's true.
You
It's
know-
trademarked. He trademarked it.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes, that is his trademark. Host with the most. In fact, here's a quick story. I was watching Netflix, and they had a Netflix movie. And it was on a cruise ship, and they had a game show. I'm not going to tell you what show it is. You can probably look it up. And he called himself the host with the most. And I'm like, what? I'm like, crap. I almost swore here. I took that clip and I sent it to Todd. I'm like, Todd, you're going to have to send a cease and desist here, bro, because they're using your host with the most. And he's like, yeah, right. No, it's a true story. He owns the trademark.
I've
Host with the
heard
most.
a million people use that. Todd needs to get on it and
Host with the most.
needs to get some legal teams in play. Listen, that went by so quickly. Thank you everybody for tuning
Yeah,
in.
thanks,
It was so
everybody.
much fun to hang out with you, Bruce and Paul and Richard and Vic, of course, and Charlie and Pamela. And when's the next time you're on live, on air?
Sunday for Power Play, so I'm going to say 8 p.m. East on Sunday. But there's shows tomorrow with Ryan and Kendi, I believe, tomorrow night. Not sure what time, but Power Play will start at 8 p.m. East on Sunday.
Fabulous. We have another online live coming your way, Best of Shop HQ. I'll be your host in 2 hours. It'll be 4 p.m. East. See you in a minute.
This it? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
How do we know when we're done?
Someone brings a hook. And